Now, dear students, we will try to understand the practical use of the functions in our real life while designing our embedded system using Arduino. Let's say whatever value we will pass this to these functions, the sum function, the Arduino will turn on the LEDs of this bar graph according to the result of the sum. Let's say if the result of this sum function is 5, then the Arduino will turn on these 5 LEDs of this bar graph, and if the result is 4, it will turn on the 4 LEDs of this bar graph. So if you want to add bar graph in your project, simply go to this add new part and write over here LED bar graph and click on this. You can add into your project. So over here all the pins that are used with the bar graph, LEDs bar graph, I have declared over here as output. Now what will happen is that if we go to the while loop and let's say if I am going to call the sum function and pass it variable like 1 and another variable number 2 to add, and the result of this sum I want to store it a variable with the name sum, which I have already declared and initialized on the top over here. So after that, let's save this. After that, what I want to turn the number of LEDs according to the value of the sum. For that I can write over here for function. In the for function I can say that int the starting variable. We have seen this in the while studying the loops. We have completely studied about the for, its syntax and its use, and the value of I should be less than the value of sum, and after that the I should increase after each iteration. So over here we can write that digital write, and in the digital write we have to specify the pin. The pin number will come from the variable I, and we will give it a value high, and this will happen after a delay of about 500 milliseconds. So let's save this. So what I am going to tell you is that we will pass two variables in the sum function, and whatever the result will be, this for loop will turn on number of those LEDs according to the value of the sum function. So if we have passed 1 and 2, the sum will have a value of 3. This will come over here at position at over here in the sum 3, and this loop will be executed 3 times, and it will turn on these LEDs 0, 1 and 2 LEDs, the first 3 LEDs of this bar graph. So let's run the code and see how it works. So over here you can see that it have turned the first 3 LEDs. So let's stop this and let's test this code again, that if we change the variable value, like let's say if I write 4 over here, and let's save this and let's run the simulation, and now you can see that we have 4 plus 2 6 LEDs. So 3 and 3 6 LEDs are now turned on. So in this way you can use the sum functions in your real life applications. In the coming videos while writing the code for the entire projects, the sum plays the custom functions plays a key role in organizing the code, modifying the code, making the modification of the code very easier. So in this way, hopefully you have understood the sum functions, the how to write the custom function, its syntax, and two different places where we can declare the custom functions, and how we can use those custom function in our real life application.